Blocking buyers is not something you really want to do, but something sometimes you need to do as an eBay seller. We're going to discuss this in today's video. So what happened to me recently kind of got me thinking, it's probably a good idea to make this video to give you guys information about how to block buyers, and also maybe give you guys pointers on who you might block or should block in the future. You might have had people who've either scammed you, so you'd really like to block those people as buyers. Maybe there's also people that just give you that weird vibe, you know what I mean? Like this gut instinct that you have that you think that they're going to potentially leave you bad feedback, and bad feedback as an eBay seller is really poor on your business and it does affect you. So those are some things to definitely think about. So why am I making this video, and why is this a discussion that I wanted to talk about? So I woke up to a notification on my phone where someone sent me an offer, and it was on one of my items in the store. I accepted the offer, even though it was a little bit low, but I was like, it's been sitting in my store for a while, so I'll accept that offer. Then I noticed that they also sent the message saying, can you cancel my order? So I canceled the order, and then 2 hours later, that same buyer sent me another offer on the item, and I accepted that offer. And then I looked at the message that they sent me as well, and it said that the reason why they canceled before is because they noticed that they had a coupon that they could have used, so they applied that coupon to the listing, and I accepted the offer. So it was actually more than he sent me last time, so I was happy about that, and he seemed really happy about it as well. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, after they sent me a bunch of messages, I noticed I had a cancellation request from the same buyer. I'm like, what? I don't understand. You just canceled it once and you're going to cancel again? I'm like, what is the reasoning for it? So I go and I check my messages, and the buyer says that there is an issue with the shipping address that they had because they're new to eBay. Instead of drive, there was an S instead of a D, so it was thrive. And I thought that was a very minor problem to get concerned about. I said that there's probably no issues at all. I can relay that information to the post office, and I'm sure everything will be sorted out. But then as I was about to message them that, I had this feeling where I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Like, they're a new buyer. They've never bought anything before. They could be problematic. I just don't want any issues with this buyer. So I ended up blocking the buyer. I know maybe it's a little bit of overreaction to say the least, but it's one of those things where sometimes as an eBay seller, you have to go with your gut instinct every once in a while. Because if you've had buyers in the past, like I've had, who sent me negative feedback that I had to get removed because it was an unfair feedback, considering I worked with the buyer with everything just to make them happy, even giving them full refunds. So with that being said, here's how you block a buyer on eBay. So here's what you want to do if you want to ban a buyer on eBay. So first thing, go to your account settings under your name at the top left, click on that, and it will bring up the eBay's permissions, the payment information, account preferences, and your selling dashboard here. So you're gonna wanna go to permissions here, and then you're gonna go down to selling, and then that will actually unlock another section here, and you're gonna go to selling preferences. And then when you go down here, you can look at your blocked buyer list, and you can edit it, which is actually off screen on the right. Hit edit. And then as you can see here, I already have a few buyers that are blocked. So if you want to add another buyer to that list, all you have to do is basically hit the comma and then add the person's name. So let's just say Matt Cart. I'm going to ban myself, right? So when you do that, you submit, and then you will get a notification there saying success. Your blocked buyers list has been successfully updated with the information you've submitted. Where would you like to go next? So that is essentially what you do here. Matt Cart is right here. I'm gonna have to get rid of my name now on the blocked buyer list. But as you can see, it is really simple, and it's a very useful tool, something that I've used a few times already, as you guys can see by my blocked buyers list. And it's something you're gonna wanna utilize more and more if you just don't wanna get rid of those problematic buyers, people that you're not going to want to ever sell to again. And also, it's a way to vet buyers where you don't actually have to go through your list and find out whether this person's actually bought from you before. And this way, it just completely clears that out. You have nothing on your mind. You accept any offer you have from a buyer. Obviously, you should still do your homework when it comes to buyers on eBay. Definitely check their feedback as a buyer, see when their account was created. That sometimes can be also a red flag. If they're a new buyer, sometimes that gives me a little bit of reluctance. Like this buyer today actually was someone who was a new buyer. This was their first purchase, so that's probably how they got their coupon But nonetheless, it's something I just didn't want to deal with, and maybe this is helpful for you. And if it is very helpful to you, please hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I am a reseller in Canada, and I actually opened up a Facebook page that I'll actually link down below as well if you guys want to check out that Facebook page. It really does help out other sellers, and it gives people helpful feedback and also a lot of bolo items as well to be on the lookout for. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's short video, and I will see you guys in the next one.